Got to help me stay on. Did I lose you guys?
You're
I didn't know
back.
I didn't know if it was me or you. I was about to ask Stacy.
No, it was me. My grandson must have cut on his iPad. So yeah, I create my page. I did my title, Wine for All Seasons. I have my introduction and basically my map. I have a roadmap anytime I write. I may not use every one of the titles or headlines that I've created, but I'll use a majority of them. So then what I'm going to do is come back and check my JATC and see what kind of key phrase opportunities I have out there for what my thought process is. So wine season, what do we have here? So I got 51 other sites out there that's competing with that phrase. Wine Seasons Club. So I'm going to change this to Wine for All Season. And sometimes you might want to create, which is what I'm doing. So anytime you come and look for JATC and you see this less than 10 traffic, that means there's not a lot of people out there using that, but you do have competition out there. So they have a similar wording for this that people are looking for, but not this exact key phrase. So what does that mean? Then you create this key phrase because you already have traffic out there with similar key phrases looking for this. So then you can go in and create it and pick up this traffic. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put in Wine for All Seasons. Okay. And then I'm going to do my introduction. And I'm just going to come in here. Is that right? I always misspell this word. Connoisseur. All right, so just a brief introduction of what I'm going to be talking about. So then I'm going to come here and talk about what's their wine culture. Most people, their wine culture is whatever they grew up with. And I always like to capitalize the first of each letter and a headline. That's just my English major coming out in me. So what is your wine culture? And a lot of people don't have one. And if you've heard Rory talk about the wine program, in the 1920s when Prohibition hit, a lot of the United States wine culture went out the window. For the simple fact you couldn't get wine. Down here in the South, we did bootlegging. Sorry, that's part of my culture, which is where NASCAR came about. So I kind of have a little bit of background that most people don't have about how the prohibition really affected our culture as far as down here in the South. But most people, their wine cultures, like I said, is what they grew up with. You sat down at the table, you had a certain wine that was cooked or that was brought in that you drank with your meal. Whatever happened to be laying around, there's other people, their wine culture is whatever they can afford at the local grocery store or the Quick Mart. Our taste kind of leans a little towards our Wine Discoveries Club. So we want to make sure that we highlight what they've been brought up with, but then also tied into where they can expand their wine culture. So I'm just going to talk about that. All right, that moved. I didn't want that to move. Yeah, why see there's an extra C in there. Got YHC. That still ain't right. Y'all testing my spelling today. Yeah. Okay, so types of wine. So this is where I'm a little iffy because I'm not really a wine connoisseur yet. I'm getting there. So I'm going to list the types of wine. So you know, most of it's just red and white, your rosés, your chardonnays, different things like that. And then you have your sparkling wine. So that's all I'm going to basically say about that. If I wanted to put that in there, I might just come in here and do wines and foods because I can talk about that and kind of incorporate that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do food and wine, make that a header, and do and so I'm going to leave that there because I may come back and use it. I'm just going to, depends. Okay, and then I'm just going to say, for example, my computer is very laggy today. For example, a great white wine. So now I'm going to use your expertise. White wine will go great with what? Chicken, shrimp, cheeses. No, cheeses is red, right?
No, you can do
Okay.
cheese. You can do cheeses with, I mean, cheese. Cheese goes with anything.
So
Cheeses.
yep. So white wine pairs with chicken dishes, chicken
berries.
and pasta.
Yeah, white pasta, white sauce pasta, berries, like strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
I think raspberries and blackberries are coming into season right about now. Those would be good to drop a couple into a glass of Pinot Grigio to marinate a little bit and munch on.
So white wine like what? Give me one of our labels.
The 2020 Pinot Grigio Tanya Rosé, or no, the Pinot Grigio, Pinot.
I know that. I misspelled it in Grigio.
The Tanya.
Okay.
And hang on. I have a couple bottles right here. I have the More Than Muse Sauvignon Blanc. And then there's the Freedom, but I like the Tanya. The Tanya label is a fun label.
Oh, come on. My spelling is atrocious today.
Well, Sauvignon is a hard one to get your wrap around unless you're already French.
Chicken and or shrimp, seafood. That should be 2 words. That's 1 word, not 2 words. And then I'm going to come down here and do red. And this is probably one of those paragraphs where it's going to tell me it's too long. So I can come in here later and change it with, Stacy was said in the previous training, you can use those heading 4s and heading 3s. This is the perfect example, is when you just get to writing and explaining things and your paragraphs become long, 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 break them up. Use those smaller headings. How's that Tempranillo? That close? Tempranillo. I don't have my bottle with me.
TEMP and A. Hang on, let me go get the bottle.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right, our Tempranillo.
Spell it as temper.
Temper.
Nilo is Nillo. Tempranillo.
That looks about right.
I think there's an extra A between the P and the R, but yeah. But they're not going to pick it up as spelling anyway, probably. No, the P and the R, Sheila, sorry. Tempranillo.
I think I got too many letters in there.
Okay.
All right, we'll leave that.
Get rid of the first A.
Yep.
There we go.
Yay! Teamwork.
Teamwork. Heavy red sauces and great beef. If you are looking for some great pairings and recipes, and you may join us for our weekly Wine and Dine show that features our wines and great foods. All right. So again, here is just this right here. I'm going to get rid of this because I did kind of incorporate that in what I was talking about. And I did feature some of our wines. So I'm just going to remove this heading. And this tells me it don't like this men. So it's probably wants no men's clubs. Men's clubs, not that. All right. So then we're going to talk about the whole crutch of our season, wine for all seasons, celebrations, holiday celebrations. So again, we got here holiday celebrations, or I can say And I'm going to say excuse. So I'm going to look at my SEO. I haven't looked at it yet to see my meta description. All right, so I went orange. You never want to go orange. You always want to stay green.
I like just come discover your season.
There you go. Perfect. Come discover your season. Exactly. See, and I'm going to put my slug right here, which is wine of all seasons, because I don't want the whole thing. And since I still am in draft, it'll fix itself when I go and publish. So let's see what else. I know I don't have any links or pictures. Does not contain the exact key phrase. So did I wine for all seasons? Wine of all seasons. Okay. And wine for all seasons. I missed my slug. There you go. That should fix that. That should fix that. Yes, it does. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. That's in the meta description, but does not contain wine for all seasons. That's because wine, we got wines. That's why. Now I'm green. Perfect. So just a little thing like that, guys, spelling, capitalization, can mess things up. So we're going to finish this. It's an N-I-N. So I always like to put that in there because, it's just one of those things, men and their cigars, and their glass of wine. I've heard Roy mention it before. It's an amazing experience. So put that in there, give the guys something. It's not just all about the women. Um, you can say, ladies, okay, so there, that takes care of that. And I'm already greening green, so I'm going to go to this last one, your wine season. Okay. So now I'm going to see why I went from green to orange, what changed. Key phrases. Okay, I got another subheading I added without a key phrase, your wine. So I'm going to put discover your wine season. Okay. So not is for wine for. Okay, holiday celebrations. Wine, what is your wine culture? And that should do it. Okay, where else do I have it? Celebrations. Now, just an S. An S kept me from being green. So now I've got my page done. I'm going to save my draft. You can go ahead and publish it. So it's very easy. Now all I have to do is get my links. So I'm going to pull my sheet up, get my links that I have here saved. And I'm going to get my wine club right here, get my join link. And anywhere where I've said, so let's go explore your habits, your wine habits. And I'm going to put my link in there. I'm going to open that in a new tab and paste it, bold it. It didn't do it.
You missed the apply button.
Yeah. So there you go. And then from there, I'm going to go in and put in a page like our famous record. Come on, computer. I'm going to bold that. And here I'm just going to do wine. See what pages I have. That's not a Syrah. I got a Muse, more than Muse. Compare wine prices. I'm going to put that one in there. And then I'm going to go to holiday celebrations. I have my Halloween page. Since Halloween's coming up, I'm going to feature that one. So I'm going to bold that link and I'm going to do supernatural. Put that in there. And these are my internal links, guys, that I'm putting in there. Adventure, miss a letter, okay? And I'm just going to go through here and add different things. And then same thing for my pictures. What do I want to put in there? I want to go and grab my YouTube video of my wine unboxing. So I'm going to go to my ad sites. I'm going to pull up my social media, my YouTube. And I'm going to go grab that link, or I can pull up my templates. That might be easier since I have everything there. I'm going to go pull up my templates. And this is another way, guys, if you got your templates done, you can actually pull those up. I'm going to pull up my wine template because I have all of my videos there, most of them anyway. So I'm going to go and pull that up. And wine only. I'll pull up my template. And for those of you that's here in the wine club, make sure, guys, that you do have your templates ready. I'm just going to copy this link here. Copy. And yeah, I don't have the QR code. I mean, not the QR code, the actual HTML code, which is fine. I'm going to go here to browse all, and I'm going to scroll down to here where it says YouTube for social media. I'm going to grab the YouTube and I'm going to type in that URL, and it will automatically embed it. So I don't have to worry about it. So there's that. Okay. So there's the YouTube one. And then same thing with here. If I want to grab a picture, I'm going to do the same thing. I want to go to my images. So I always want to check and see what's in my library first before I start uploading. There's my little lady. I like her. So I'm going to put her in there. Select her. And she's a bit big. We're going to make her smaller. And then I want to position her to the right. Move her up a little bit. Nope, she's too close to that video. So move her down. And then holiday celebrations, wine discoveries, definitely want to make sure I put something in here. So I'm just going to click again and go to my image, and I need some images of our wines. So let's see if I got an image of some wines. Here's food. Actually, I want to put that in there because that was my dish. So if I'm doing cooking food and wine, I want them to see my dish I made the other night. So I'm going to move this up. And I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to align that to the left. So now I have two pictures. That's still a little bit big. So there's that. Let me hit my save draft. And I'm going to scroll down and put one more picture. Like I said, I want a picture of wine. So let me come here again, go to images, go to my media library, and find a picture of our wine. Oh, there it is. I like that one. This wine's for you. And that's just a little meme that I made. I actually have one where the wine actually pours in. You see it pouring in. So I'm going to line that one left, move it up a little bit because I don't like having pictures at the very bottom. And then I'm going to go and tweak this a little bit. So this one right here, I'm going to put in alternative text, which is wine for all seasons. Image of wine and glass, red wine. Okay, and for those of you that don't know what alternative text is, it's for those that are visually impaired. They can click on your alternative text, and whatever description you have here, it reads it out to them. So you don't necessarily just want to have just your key phrase, which is awesome because that's how it gets indexed on Google Images, but you also want to put like a brief description of exactly what the image is. And then you want to see your toolbar right here, your toolbar, you're going to click on that. You don't want that in there, and you're going to put your link. I don't want my YouTube link. I want my website link. So let's go back up here and grab my website link again. I'm going to click here and copy address link, then go back to my image and put that in there. And you just do that all the way down. Since it's an outside link, I want to put that in there, and I'm going to do that for all of my images. Here, I'm actually going to send it to my recipe. So edit link, and I'm going to do that. Food, what did I name it? Oh, mac and cheese. Nursery foods, there it is. So I'm going to do that, and I like to do mine in a new tab. You don't have to, guys, but I always do. I just like it. Same thing with here, this one. Oh, let me go and put my description for my alternate text. So I'm going to put mac and cheese, adult style with veggies and wine for all seasons. Okay. And I'm just going to do that all the way through. But for the most part, I'm green and green. If I go through and look, I'm going to have all green. I should have all green. I'm going to go through and look at my readability. It's all green there. Didn't have to change anything. For the most part, this is ready to go. I just need to put a few more links in there and then hit publish. And now I can go in there and advertise this. I got the different links for my program for our wine discoveries. It's just a really short page. I say short, so let's go up here and see how many words I got in it. 873 words in 50 minutes. So it's pretty good. And guys, this is from somebody that's newly in getting into wine, figuring out my wine taste, my wine season, so to speak. So like Stacy was saying before, when you come in here and you're creating a page, even if you are part of the program and not necessarily in the website side of it, just creating those templates, those advertising, put a little bit of yourself in there, give it a little bit of a knowledge. You want to tweak their interest, but don't necessarily give them everything. You want it enough to where they're going to click your link and go see what you have to offer. Get them to your wine ambassador site, get them to your websites, get them to where you want them to go. But you also want to leave them with a little bit of knowledge, and you also want to leave them with a little bit of excitement, as well as you want them to say, hey, yeah, I need to expand this. I need to be part of this. This is something I'm missing out on. And just make them see that there is a little bit missing that's going to make them a little bit of a better person, and you have what they need. That's all I have.
Awesome, Sheila. You know, you had as much notice as I had.
That's all I have. 832 words in 45 minutes and just casually, slowly doing what you do. It's really that simple. It really is. If we just decide it's fun to do it, then it's simple. But if we don't decide it's fun, it's not as simple as it could be.
Yeah, and like Stacy was saying before, guys, if you write it like you're talking to your best friend or your partner or someone that you're excited about, the main part about anything that you're doing, especially when you're marketing, is your excitement level. If you're not excited about the product, you are not going to find anything to write about. It's going to be hard to find 300 words, let alone 5. And I could continue writing. I've left some stuff out of there that I could write. I'm like Stacy. There's sometimes I write a page and it's 4,000 words and I'm going, oh, wait, that needs to be a couple more pages. Because you got to have that excitement level. You got to be ready to build. You got to let people know that what you have, they need. And you're the only one that's got it for them.
And you
And
can't
that
go wrong
is a
with
mic drop.
cross-marketing. You know, the one thing that Sheila did that was amazing, because we still have 5 minutes now, is she cross-marketed to other of her pages. What does that do? It keeps people on her site longer, clicking around. When you do that, all those clicks, guys, are like points with Google.
Yep. Yep. And like Stacy, like Stacy was saying earlier, I don't know how many people on here are in the other program, but she was doing her I Am a Marketer page and she was like, I have no links. And I was like, yes, you do. Yeah, you have your Response Magic link. I got 2 hits from my Facebook signups yesterday.
I've got to add that, but I snuck out and did my wine unboxing for August while you were doing your page.
That's fine.
I'm uploading it up to YouTube, and I quick did a thumbnail for my I Am a Marketer, an online marketer video. And now I will go to log into Response Magic.
And if you don't know what a wine unboxing means,
Yes,
then get yourself a box and we'll tell you what it means.
exactly. Get with the person that invited you here, your upline, and say, hey, what are they talking about? It's money in your pocket, guys.
That's such an easy conversation. What are they talking about? Okay, where's the mic drop? Go ahead.
That's it. What's next?
Packing